Morning, everyone. This is Italis One here. I thought you might want to hear what's going on, but I'm gonna play this broadcast for you so that you can hear the necessary proceedings that's going on with Visa. All right. Happy Sunday. Listen carefully.
When you are eligible for a green card, you owe the government. Nobody's gonna give you a green card if you have this fine outstanding against you. And that is the reality. This is the fine is due to the Department of Treasury. Department of Treasury has enforcement powers. It's like the IRS when you owe the IRS money. When the Department of Treasury is collecting their money, your bank accounts are open for the execution of monies that are owed to the government. And I can't encourage you enough. Make sure you appear. For those of you who are putting in applications that are frivolous, I'm going to warn you against it. You'll hear about these programs that can accord you with a work permit. Most of these programs are fraudulent. And what is happening is when you ultimately are permitted to apply, because you do have a good faith application, the prior fraudulent application is going to come up. And often the officers are asking for a waiver if you are not eligible to get this misrepresentation waiver. And let me tell you, immigration is not falling for anything that, oh, I did not know what was in the application, or I got the application blank. It's a government's position. If that's your signature, then everything in the application belongs to you. So just be very careful how people are encouraging you to put in these fake applications. Sometimes it even may be your family member. They hear of a link and they truly want to see that you benefit. And what's happening is they are not aware that this application can run you into some serious problems. But remember this, when you cry alone. People can empathize. But you are the person who is going to bear the brunt.
Lord of mercy.
When the government comes down because of this misrepresentation. All right, just a reminder, starting October 28th, they are no longer accepting money orders. They are no longer going to take your checks. It is either they're doing, you're filling out the form for the ACH debit transaction, which is the G1650, or the form for the credit card transaction, excuse me, which is the G1450. After October 28th, if you send in a money order,
You will be denied.
or a check, your application is going to get rejected. Just a reminder for those of you who qualify for DACA, we did a program on this last week. I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel so you see the requirements. The initial DACA is back if you qualify, because immigration for all these years, they were accepting the initial DACA applications. They were just not processing them after there was a halt. There's a decision in Texas that came down that is requiring the government to accept and adjudicate the initial DACA applications. Just tuning in, you're listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne.
I tell you people, You see this thing? It is serious. It I get dread.
9137. You can also text your question to 718-502-9137. And to make an appointment during the week, the telephone number is 718-502-9137. So this morning I wanted to focus on denaturalization because a memo came out in June where denaturalization is a priority for this administration. And what is that simply? It's where you can just lose your citizenship. What I find is that clients are reporting that where they have criminal records and whether it was done prior to getting their citizenship and immigration is aware of it, they're being stopped. They're being questioned when they're coming back into the country. So this morning I wanted to focus on how can you lose your citizenship, because the numbers that are being referred have gone up. It is reported 600% under this administration. And I'll tell you this, when in court, when you see they bring an action against you, their success rate is 95% in federal court for denaturalization cases. That's how much of the cases that they win. And often they do a thorough investigation, right? And this is why denaturalization was not a priority in the past, because it's not just an administrative proceeding. It is a court proceeding in federal court, and they just didn't have the funding for it. However, under this administration, an allotment has been made. They have, before, well, under the first administration, it was Operation Janus that was focusing on taking away people's citizenship. A special denaturalization unit is now created. And they're going to focus on going through people's application to take away your citizenship if you fall within the ambit for them to actually take it away. So they're looking, the Department of Justice is looking now to pursue cases against individuals that they believe, whether you are, and I'm going to go through some of the things that they said in this memorandum. They believe you're a potential danger to national security, right? The citizens who further or furthered an unlawful enterprise of criminal gangs, watch your association. They're focusing on these subset of people to go after your citizenship. So it's not just, oh, I am now a citizen and I committed a criminal act, they can't touch me. No. If they find that either you further, which means now, or furthered in the past, an unlawful enterprise of criminal gangs, you can get caught up in this. So just tuning in, you're listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne. This morning, I am focusing on denaturalization. So you tune in to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne on 97.1 FM HD3 Ira Jam Radios. We are here Sundays at 9 a.m.
People, let me tell you something. You see this? Government has serious business. And like one time, it's a new day, no rules, no administration, and you have to really focus on whatever you need to get done. Yeah? May I tell you the truth? Listen up keenly.
Focusing on denaturalization, and we're looking at who the Department of Justice determines sufficiently important to pursue, right? If you are engaged in various forms of financial fraud against the United States, whether it's through your taxes, whether it's through your applications, whether you're trying to get out a federal loan, yeah, or against corporations, be very careful. They're looking at these things to take away your citizenship, right? Citizens who acquire naturalization through government corruption. So you have a link at immigration, and you don't qualify for naturalization, you are within the set of people who can be denaturalized. And citizens who are referred in connection with pending criminal charges. I can't see why anyone who has a pending criminal charge would have lost their mind to put in any application to immigration. Resolve your criminal case first. And dependent on how your criminal case is resolved, then, and after consultation with an attorney, then you decide whether or not you are going to put in an application. I think it is so unwise.
My God.
Where your disposition, your criminal disposition, a review of it clearly would indicate that you are going to get deported, or you have to know the risk, so you determine whether or not you want to take the risk. But you can't just with a pending case or a criminal conviction not seek legal advice to determine whether or not it is safe to put in an application. When I tell you this administration is an enforcement administration, and sometimes I don't think people realize the seriousness of this until it's too late. People with aggravated felonies should not be putting in any application to immigration. I've had clients where what I used to find, and this was prior to this administration, people with aggravated felonies were renewing their green cards, and immigration was not even looking at them. Under this administration, you're not going to be that lucky. All right. So, denaturalization often begins. What happens is USCIS, remember they're going through the files. So they are now going through all citizenship files. So USCIS is the one who recommends revoking your citizenship.
Okay.
They cannot revoke
people, this is Italist One. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, hit the like button. Go and share this broadcast. This is pertaining to green card, visa renewal, and denaturalization. It is very important you do this. Thank you.
You're going to have your hearings in the federal district court, right? So either they're going to do a civil, they're going to file a civil complaint for a denaturalization proceedings, or they're going to look to do a criminal denaturalization. So if it is that this is filed against you, then do all what is necessary to try and oppose it. But I'll tell you this, these people have a 95% approval rating, success rating in filing their cases. They usually say when the feds come for you is because the case is already, they've already made their case. And most, when you watch the news and you see that they come for people, it is a conviction basis. Everybody just getting convicted. Why? Because they sit and they watch it for years.
Yeah.
Or they have the clear proof they have the document.
All right, people, may I cut it right here. But basically, get your house in order. If you have to apply, apply. Make sure your slate is clean. If it's not clean, you have to just lay low until the time come and the change take place. Either way, keep your head looking up. Give thanks to life. And I'm out. Like, share, and subscribe. Italist One.